We have Compton on the red side, most likely rocking his founder skin, and we have DanV on the blue side. So this should be pretty juice focused. Wall ride from Dan, wall ride from Compton. Short hop from Dan gets points 11-0. This, for my estimation, this is going to be a very close match. 17-0 in favor of Dan on a short hop. Another score on a short hop. Mac has traditionally been a very filth-based player, but there are many different ways to throw in this game, and there's a little hasher from Dan to get points on that. 29-0 in favor of DanV to start set 1. Dan, who in round 1 defeated Hunted. So I would not underestimate Dan at all in this tournament. We have 29-13 on that wall ride from Compton. Oh, and Compton on the slide forces out a white throw. Down the line, Dan is making Compton slide back and forth, while Dan retains juice the whole time. Nice, very nice knuckleball shot from Dan to get points. Hit off the back panel. 44-13 in favor of Dan in this set 1. Also, don't forget to get your votes in, as the set's about to end, or it might potentially end very soon. And it does right there, 56-13. See, sometimes when you say these things, they actually work. Other times, you seem like a moron. They ain't taking the set there, 56-13. Starting off in set 2, we have both players building up their juice. Compton will have juice first. Nice little fill shot that skimmed on the side. We'll get him 11 points to start set number 2. Compton looking to respond. Ooh, a nice little fill shot from Compton. Short hop from Dan. Post shot from Compton. Down the line from Dan. Compton slides, throws a wall ride. Dan throws a short hop. Compton slides out of the way instead of sliding through. Compton going up at the net to start. Then backs it up to play about mid to back court, which very nice filth there from Compton. Does get points, 24-11. Definitely an even matchup at this point. Wall rides from both players. Compton slides, throws a wall ride of his own. Dan throws right down the line, 24-22. Short hop from Dan. Filth from hash mark filth from Compton. Wall ride from Compton. Short hop from Dan. Post shot from Compton. Dan throwing a filth shot of his own. Oh, slides, throws the front lob. Compton catches it, retains his juice, throws the post shot. Scores 15 points, 39-22. Fill shot from Compton. Fill shot from Dan. Short fill from Compton, short hop from Dan, hard hop from Compton, retains his juice. Dan is forced to slide, throws the back lob. There's 12 points for Compton, 51. 51-22. And Compton takes set 2. On to set 3 we go. So far, both players have been playing pretty well and locating their shot locations, just been pretty good and trying to keep each other off of comfortable positions. This ability to force slides from both players. Short shot, straight shot from Compton. There we go. Ooh, very nice shot from Dan to force the slide out of Compton. Compton with the slide through, he gets it. Forces the slide out of Dan. Both players back to no juice. But at this point, we're at a 29-point rally, and that's where Dan, with the straight shot, takes the points. On his perfect shot, it just bounces off the back panel. One hopper from Dan, one hopper from Compton, short hop from Dan. Compton with the hard hop. Knuckleball from Dan gets caught, thrown as a post shot. Dan catches it with the slide, but Compton's still on juice, throws the wall ride, walks up. Since you can, on lobs, if you are able to stay there and underneath it and lives in a super, you do retain the ability to throw perfect for a while. And there's Dan, nice little, with a nice post shot there. Boom, beautiful. Fill shot from Compton, knuckleball from Dan. Dan likes that little knuckleball post shot. It served him well. One hopper from both players, hard hop from Dan. Compton with a knuckleball of his own. Hard hop from Dan. One hopper from Compton gets Dan to slide. Compton with the beautiful short hop to 42-32. Compton not that far off now. One long rally could definitely put him either at a pseudo jam or very close to the set. And Compton takes the lead, 44-12. Compton will just have a very slight advantage before Dan will also be able to win in this next rally. Compton coming back from 42 to, I believe, under 20. Compton with the slide, didn't want to be greedy there and lose the set, and the game off of that. This is super jam point. And Compton takes it with a nice post shot. Bit of a wayward knuckleball from Dan gets returned for that. 58-42. Favor of ComptonEMT. As we go into game 2, I think that it seemed like the high points total may have helped or may have been a bit of a hindrance to Dan, but happens to everybody. I know I have a lot of trouble when I get up to that 40s to finish a set. Down the line from Compton, Dan's forced to slide, throws the white trail short hop. Compton has juiced. Compton throws a beautiful knuckleball that hits the second to last post, 22-0 in favor of Compton. One thing I say is it's easy when you have a lot of points to kind of back down and give points, and eventually can come back. So something that's very important is to be able to retain extreme focus in that case, which not always easy, but it's necessary. Both players on juice. Fill shot from Dan. Compton pops it up. One hopper from Compton. Ooh. Off of the hard hop from Dan. Compton returns a short hop. Gets the points. 37-11 now in favor of Compton. A strong start to set 1 of game 2 for Compton. But Dan on juice. Dan throws the beautiful post shot. Compton not able to catch it on the slide. 37-22. Both players exchanging knuckleballs. Compton with the hard hop. Dan catches it before it even gets to touch the side. One hopper from Compton. Dan sliding. Post shot from Compton takes it. 54-22. Compton now 1 set away from taking this and moving on to the next round, thus eliminating him going out in 2 in barbecue. Back loft from Dan. Compton trying to retain the perfect, but is not able to. He throws a blue. Post shot from Compton, though, there. Back loft from Dan. Short hop. Dan throws the knuckleball. Compton slides, catches it, throws the back lob. Loses. And nice hash mark filth from Dan gets the points. That was very beautiful. 17-0 for DanV to start set 2. Knuckleball from both players. Dan forced to slide on the one thrown by Compton. Wall right for Compton. Front lob from Dan. Compton returns it with a bit of a... Looked like a little bit of a near side knuckleball. Just a nice little curve shot in there to get the points. 17-13. Dan still has the lead. Nice fill shot from Compton, returned by Dan as a hard hop. Straight shot from Compton. Wall rides from both players. Short hop. Dan gets Compton to slide. Dan throws it around Compton. 30-13 for DanV. Looking to take set 2 and force set 3 of game 2. And hopefully take this and move on into the next to the next game and hopefully take it there for Dan. But on the on that short hop, Compton returned it with what looked like a quick curve down the line. Wow, beautiful fill shot from Compton. Dan's forced to slide. Short hop from Dan. Wall ride from Compton does get points. 38-30. Compton not going away. Wants to take this set and move on. Dan wanting to force set 3. Down the line from Compton. Dan forces slide, throws the front lob. Compton catches it. Nice little curve shot into the corner there. Gets exact 50-30. Compton wins 2-0 and moves on to the next round. Very well played by both players.